Don't want to be a snitch, but need to scratch that itch. Can we all talk about the pitch? Seems for tests in England, we now get stacks of flat tracks, so our out of whack batting pack can go on the attack, have a crack. No proper come a cropper green topper. But whatever the weather, bowlers at the end of their tether, getting flat because instead we get fed a bed of feather. It seems kitsch. BazBall rule needly greedily avoids any glitches or hitches in the batter's riches, which in turn does spurn and bewitches merchants of seams and stitches. When you score so goddamn fast, indecent, as we've seen from the recent past, make sure you bat last. Because it's now somehow, anyhow, the case in Blighty, we kowtow to the cash cow of Kapow. The new face in place where unless you've got red hot, serious, deleterious pace, every skipper loses the race unless Chipper chooses to embrace the Ripper chase. Our selected trifecta, the three wise men, Baz, Bob, and Ben. No, if there's no speedster thuggery, no Jeffrey Jaffers, then we'll be the gaffers without Bunsen spin skullduggery, because it will be Bazball muggery. As we saw in India with the Kiwi Everest Test conquest, it can be dicey to make your tracks at home too spicy. You're getting a lather at the palaver as runs become rather pricey. When you could goad, milk that ilk as you explode on a silk road. To get cross could be dross, eschew the views and obtuse news from the pews, confused pundits refuse abuse. Obvious, you want to choose if you don't lose the toss, because you don't hesitate. If you want a boss, sate that thirst to bowl first, grinning, because you can't cope with a curse or trope, can't exaggerate. So hard winning, the pitch just won't disintegrate. Too little, too late sinning. The ball, nope, not really spinning. No dope swinging like back in the beginning. Chances of skinning, thinning, misses and boundary road kisses, and then all hope binning in the final innings. We can all see why it has to be. No Jimmy or Broady. Toothless rather than ruthless. Quick picks who didn't, other than Stokesy, even really trouble the Indian top six. So let's flatter the batter, but not being cheesy. It does somewhat shatter the stats, as it's too easy peasy to be fat cats on such flat tracks. So call me old fashioned, but it does matter. An impassioned plea from me to BazBall. The best test of all, Willow Hero, Leather Lothario Quest, is a true contest between bat and ball. So not being a pest or a fool, but after all, hope won't appall, but drat. Should we call it just that? The rule of cool cat, rabbit out of a hat, BazBat, rather than the gall of BazBall.